Hey guys, it's Faith, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. So I've decided to start off this channel with my complete makeup collection, and then hopefully in the future when my makeup collection grows and changes, I will do an updated version for you guys. But for right now, I have unorganized and reorganized my makeup into these bins, and I have this one and 4 more, not including my brushes, because I'm not sure if I'm going to do a brush video or not, because a lot of my brushes came from different places or different eyeshadow palettes that came with brushes. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a detailed brush collection, but most of my brushes came from different places. There are a few that I don't even know where they came from, so let me know if you would still like to see that, even with that being the case. And I know this is a crazy amount of makeup for one person to have, but I love makeup and I've been collecting it for a really long time, so it kind of is what it is right now. And I'm not trying to brag in any way. I'm just going to show you guys what I have because I love watching these types of videos, and hopefully you all will enjoy this video and maybe you'll see something new that you might want to try out. So with that being said, we're just going to get straight into the video. And the first blush I want to show you is from Wet n Wild, and it is Mellow Wine, and it is the Color Icon blush. And this is a warm peachy shade, and this is my favorite blush besides some of the blushes in a blush palette that I have that I will show you in a minute. But this blush is just so beautiful. It's the one right here, and it's matte, it's peachy, it blends well, it's so soft, and I love that blush. It is one of the most amazing blushes that I've ever tried. And it's from Wet n Wild, so it's super affordable. You can find it at the drugstore. I got mine at Walmart, and I actually got it when they have the buggies out front, when they have the things on sale. I dug through that buggy and looked for a bunch of stuff, and I found this Wet n Wild blush for $1, and it's turned into my favorite blush, so I thought that was really cool. And the next blush I have is a beautiful blush from Milani. It's a Milani powder blush in Romantic Rose, and I mean, it's got a rose in it, it's gold packaging, it's beautiful, but I don't use it because of the smell. It has that perfumey, old, really strong makeup smell, and a lot of the products that I have that smell like that, the smell goes away once you put it on your face and it sits there for a little while, but that one, it just lingers there and stays. And I can smell it all day. Other people can smell it on me. They're like, what is that smell? And I have to be like, oh, it's my blush. So I really don't reach for that one that much just because of the smell. But as you can see, it's next to the Wet n Wild one, and it is just as beautiful. The only problem with it is that it smells. So the next blush I have is from e.l.f. and it is almost gone, and I will be repurchasing it. A lot of the products I have I don't repurchase because I like to try new things, but this one I definitely will be. It is almost gone. It is in the shade Mellow Mauve, and I will swatch some out of the corner for you. And it is pretty iridescent. It does have like that blushy pink tone to it. But as you can see right here, it's got a lot of shimmer and iridescence. So it's very beautiful. It kind of just lights up your face, and I love it. And then these next 2 blushes I got at Burke's Outlet, and the blush names actually had been ripped off the back, but I got them on sale. They were very cheap. I'm not going to swatch them or anything just because I don't know the shade names, but they are from NYX, and they are very pretty. They've got like 9 square diamonds inside and black packaging. So if you see these blushes, pick them up because they're very good. I'm just not sure the shades that I do have, but both shades are pretty consistent. And this one is broken. Like, the lid is broken. And a lot of my bronzers and highlighters are actually broken too. And I do not know why that happens with my makeup, but I think in my head that I'm being really gentle with it, and then half of my stuff gets broken. So a lot of the stuff that is left is kind of broken, but hopefully you guys can look past that because it's what I have. But the next blush is from Mary Kay, and it is a mineral cheek color in Shy Blush. And I love this blush. It's almost like the e.l.f. one that I have. It's very pretty. And I will swatch it for you guys. It's right here. It's very iridescent, very pretty. But I do not like the packaging. That's the only complaint I have about this blush. If you've ever gone to a Mary Kay party or ordered Mary Kay or something like that, you'll notice that a lot of their products come in these containers where the product pan comes out. And this is because when you buy a product, they want you to buy a compact to put stuff in it. So you buy the makeup and then you buy the compact separately. I don't buy the compacts. I get these and just deal with the packaging. I'm thinking about super gluing the pan down because it does fall out really easily. But other than that, it's a great blush. The next blush I have is a Clinique Chubby Stick Cheek Color Balm in the shade Roly Poly Rosy. And it's very pretty. It rolls up. And what I don't like about this product is I have used this product maybe twice. First of all, I've only used it twice because when you swatch it, it is very bright pink, almost like a lipstick. And when you blend it out, it's still pretty bright and it's kind of streaky. So it's not that good of a product. Maybe it's just because I'm not a big fan of cream blushes. This is the only one I have. But also, I haven't even used this, but a few times. When you roll it up, that's as far as it goes. So that's all the product that you get. So you have this huge chubby stick, and then you have this much product. So I don't think that is a very good deal for your money. And it's not even that great of a product anyway. But I do like the name Roly Poly Rosy. I think that's cute, but that's about all that blush has going for it. The next blush I have is an Elizabeth Mott Show Me Your Cheeks blush in the shade Peach Pink. And this is a trial size that came in an Ipsy bag. I got it from my aunt because when she gets stuff from Ipsy that she doesn't like, she gives it to me because she knows I love makeup. But it's very pretty. As you can see, I've hit pan. And it is also glowy and iridescent, almost like a highlight shade. It's right here next to the Clinique one. You can barely see it. It just gives you a little bit of a pink peach glow. But I think it's very beautiful. As you can tell, I really like the iridescent kind of glowy blushes more than the darker blushes, aside from this Wet n Wild one, because this is like my ride or die go-to foundation blush. But then I have this blush palette from Smashbox that I just recently got, and this has replaced my Wet n Wild blush for the past couple weeks since I've gotten it. And it's a very pretty palette. It has an iridescent shade and then a matte shade, and this one has a little bit of shimmer in it. And the shades are Rich Berry, True Berry, and Highlight Berry. And what I do is I take my brush and I swirl it through all three shades, and then I put it on my cheeks. So I don't really use these shades individually because I think this one's too deep, this one's too pink, and this one's too bright. But when I mix them all together, they turn into the most beautiful blush shade. And I'll swipe my finger through all of them and show you. So that is what that blush kind of turns into. And it's kind of mixing with past swatches, but it is so beautiful. And it blends out so well, and it stays on my skin all day. So one complaint I have with the Wet n Wild one is it kind of fades after 8 hours or so, which is still good. But this stays on until I wash it off. So I really like that. And then we'll move on to highlighters. And my highlighters are a little bit of a disaster because a lot of them are broken. And I don't have that many, but most of them are broken. So I have the Becca highlight in Opal, and it's very broken, so I'm trying to open it carefully. This is a beautiful highlight, even though I broke it. And I will swatch it for you, but I got it in a Christmas kit, and it is the trial size. I really, really love this highlight. I'm just sad that it's broken, but it's my fault that it's broken. But this is the highlight right here, and it is just gorgeous. I love it. This is my go-to highlight. I am going to buy a full size of this product in the future when I run out of this broken one, and I'll be very happy to get one that is not busted. And then my next highlight is from Milani, and it is a Milani Afterglow Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder, and the shade is Strobe Light, and it's also very broken. What I do with this one, because it's broken, is I shake it around into the bottom of the lid, and then I open it, and I get the product out of the lid. I rub my brush in the lid, and that's where I get the product from. That's where I'm going to swatch from today. But this is a very beautiful highlight, and it is very affordable. So I am going to buy another one that is not broken, but that is that highlight right there. And as you can tell, it is beautiful. It has a beautiful iridescence, and I love it. And it is a little bit expensive for the drugstore. I think it was about $7, $8, but it is a great highlight for that money. And then I have 2 of the sample size of the Benefit High Beam highlights, because I got both of these in different Christmas collections, little gift sets. But these are amazing liquid highlights. They're a little bit pinky, like a champagne almost, and they work so well, and they really go good on top of powder. I was a little bit worried about that part of it, because I do usually set my whole face with powder, but I put these over powder, and it still works very well, and they're very glowy. They're more like an intense highlight, more of a blinding highlight. So I like that sometimes, and sometimes I like a natural highlight. It just depends on the day. But when I want a really noticeable highlight, I'll go in with the High Beam. And in these little sample sizes, you get a lot of product. And I've had these for quite a while, and I've only used any out of this one, and it's still almost half full. And I've used it for over 6 months now, since Christmas, almost 6 months. So they're really good, and even the small travel size last a really long time. So to start out with, you might want to get one of the travel size ones so that you can try it out and make sure that you like it. And then the next highlighter I have is in this Milani Contour and Highlight Cream and Liquid Duo, and this is one of my favorite things that I've ever gotten from the drugstore. The highlight comes in this, on this end, and it's a liquid highlight, and it comes on a doe foot applicator, and I'll swatch it right here. And it is a blinding highlight as well. It's less pink toned and more of a gold toned highlight than the Benefit High Beam, but it is still very beautiful. So I really like that. And then we'll go ahead and swatch the contour shade. The contour shade is really nice, and you do get a lot of product. You get as much as this can hold, but I've used a lot of it, as you can see, so I really do like it. I'm going to swatch it next to the highlight, and this is a little bit of a cooler toned contour, and let me see, the shade is Fair Light 01. So that is the highlight, and that is the contour. And the contour blends so easily, and it almost doesn't look like a contour. It just looks like your face is shaped that way, which is what we all want people to think. So I love that. And then I found another blush in here, and it is a Clinique Cheek Pop. And also the color label is not on here. But I have tried several Clinique Cheek Pops and I do like these blushes. This one, as you can see, has been used a lot, and I do like these blushes, but I'm not going to swatch it since I do not know the shade name. And then I have an e.l.f. bronzer, golden bronzer in the shade Golden, and it is also broken. It comes not like this. It comes with 4 different bronzing shades, and what I did was I took my brush through all 4 of them, and that worked out really well for me. Now I just kind of take my brush through the broken pieces of it, and it works just the same. But I am going to purchase a new one of these since it is e.l.f. and it is affordable, and I do like it, but I did drop it and break it. The next thing that I have is the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. I do have the smaller size, and I really like this size because it's not as bulky as the larger ones, and you get a lot of product still. I've used it a lot, and I really do love it. And all of my products that have ever come with brushes, I put the brushes in my brush collection and just leave the brush out of the product. This is the only product that I have ever left the brush in it. So the mirror is broken because I dropped it. Shocker. But I have kept the brush in here, the small brush, and I keep the little thing that the brush came in under it so that the product doesn't get messed up. And then I have the small bronzer in the bottom. And this is one of my favorite bronzers. I love it. It's matte, it's creamy, and I'm going to show you what it looks like next to the Milani one. So it is lighter and a little bit warmer than the Milani one. So it's a little bit more natural. And if I don't want like a really strong contour, I'll just use this. But if I want to be sculpted and look really fancy, I will go in with the Milani contour and then set that with the Hoola bronzer. So I really like that. And then I have a Lorac Los Angeles buildable bronzing powder in Sundays. And this is about the size of a single eyeshadow as well as this Becca one, because they are a trial size, but I like to get smaller products like this to try out first, and if I really love them, I'll repurchase. But this is kind of more of a golden bronzer, and I'm going to swatch it next to the Milani contour and the Hoola bronzer. And as you can tell, this one is a little bit more golden than these two. This one has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which I actually like. I didn't think I would like it, but I really do. So it's more of a light bronzer if I'm just trying to warm up my face instead of contour. And the same goes for this bronzer. This is the last product I have today, and this is a baked bronzer from Milani in 04 Glow. And this one is not broken, surprisingly, but it is more golden than I would like. And it comes, if I can find the brush, it comes with a brush. I don't really use the brush. It's really bulky packaging, which I really don't like about it. So when you open it, you get your bronzer, and then your bronzer flips up to a mirror and a brush, which I don't keep the brush in there. But I honestly don't really use the brush. I never open the mirror part of it, and I rarely even go into this bronzer. As you can see, it is very shiny, very shimmery. It has gold in it. So I'm not really the biggest fan of using it as a bronzer. I will use it as an eyeshadow a lot. But this is a lot of eyeshadow. This is a huge product for using it as an eyeshadow. It just takes up a lot of space in my collection. And when I swatch it on my hand, it really doesn't even show up. And I'll show you that I will go into this product and just get as much as I can and it still just barely shows up, and it's just shiny, almost like a highlight, but too dark for a highlight. So I would pass on this. Maybe a different shade would be better, but 04 Glow is not the best for me. So that is all I have for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next time with my lipstick collection. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.